Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we completed our challenge. So there's nothing more satisfying than obviously working your way through or getting an easy win. Obviously, playing through this season has been one of the most challenging experiences I've ever had while playing Master Duel. I literally managed to hit Diamond 1. I then jumped on DBD with Nath, obviously played some other games as well, played a bit of Marvel Rivals. And I thought, you know what, we'll jump back on Yu-Gi-Oh! Obviously see if we can get to Master. And I said to him, I said, look, we've got half an hour to get to Master. Like, I'm either going to promote or I'm going to demote, or we're going to have a really good run or we're not going to have a good run. And obviously, since... let's have a little quick look at the duel replays. From when we got to Diamond 1, I think Diamond 2... That's when we promoted into Diamond 1. I think. Yes, we won the first 2. Yeah, I was 2 away from promoting. Then I lost and I was like, shit. And then I won and I was like, okay. And then I went up against a guy in Master Rank. I don't know why the people in Master Rank, when they're playing against a Diamond 1, are that sweaty. They have to win it. Just surrender, man. Let someone else try and get an easy promote. You know, and then we went on a nice little run. Turn 2, turn 2, turn 2. 3 games in a row. So what I'll do is we'll go over these duel replays and obviously talk about them while we're playing. While they're playing, should I say. The thing that makes it difficult about doing this kind of way of recording is how long I have to play. You know, but it's a breath of fresh air. Master Rank's been achieved. I'm going to be honest. Do not underestimate the Fua and the Pirellia. I'll get to the deck build afterwards. We'll go through the duels and then the deck build will be at the end. Alright, let's go. We've got ourselves a Fua. They have a call by. I was like, shit, there's another Fua. I was like, right, okay, good. We've got this in play. We're in motion. You know, we're fine. I was like, okay, trapped, fair dues, get the Fabled Lorry. Drop the Lorry to trigger the effect. Special summon the Lorry from the graveyard. Bring out the Riziel Sword. Riziel adding the exit. Bonfire adding the ice. Normal summon. Yeah. Triggering the duo drive, imperm. Always negate the duo drive. They need the field spell, they need the plug-in, they need the fucking dark hole, whatever the fucking plasma hole. And I was like, right, okay, this is their field, this is fine, easy peasy, you know what I mean? So first things first, you know, Ultimate Slayer. Ultimate Slayer gets activated, send our Aggregator. Aggregator can trigger, target the duo drive for the negate, Sangan Kaiman. Second they see it, they're done, you know? And I do miss having the extra cards in terms of being able to run TENPAI on a more frequent basis and a more consistent. But I'm going to be honest, like, once you throw in the kind of... I know people say you're running too many hand traps, blah, blah, blah. I get it. But they work, man. Fulos works. Pirellia works. Even Meowls, especially against Lancia at 3, I thought it was going to cause me problems. And I was like, oh, shut. And I was like, you know what? This is another reason why Lancia should be ran. Crossout Designator gets prevented by it. And I was thinking, shit. But the more I play Lancia, the more disruptions I see around it. Like, I had someone... I run... I think it's Cosmic Cyclone in this deck. And I got prevented due to a Lancia. So maybe it might not be the best. But it does help out. There we go, destroy spell or trap cards, left them open. You know, weirdly enough, after all the shit we went through, yeah, from playing this game, it's a shame that it was so brutal on us to get to Master Rank. Bearing in mind, we got to Diamond 2 in like the first 3 days of the month. And then I just had the crash out where I didn't want to play the game at all. Even now, I still don't particularly want to be playing it, you know. But here we go. So the trigger. This deck is insane. This deck is absolutely mental. The fact that you can special summon monsters off of the wins by tributing the tokens. Watch. Trigger, special summon, play into Lancia. Then trigger the monster effect to tribute, special summon 3 tokens. Activate the spell card, tribute the 3 tokens. That's not the biggest issue, yeah? Like this. Prevent spell cards until the end of your next turn. Then you've got your opponent cannot target ice barrier, monster control, and monster effects. But then, to put the icing on the cake, where are you? This one. When your opponent activates monster effects activated on the field resolves, they must discard 1 card or the effect is negated. crazy. There was no way I could bounce back from this, man. Like, literally, I was like, where do we go from it? Ideally, what we should have done is normal summon, play into Typhon, and then... But I didn't realise that this... Yeah, I'm trying to wonder why... Oh no, I did add the spell card. Yeah. But you can't activate the spell card because of the fucking spell breaker thing. Which is crazy. Like, it's weird because it's in its own way. It's kind of like a stun build in a way. But it's nice. It's nice to see a different change of pace. You know? I'm sorry. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I wanted to get this video recorded. I'm addicted to making the content at the moment. You know? But yeah. Alright, let's go. Here we go. So obviously I was like, okay, we've got Fortuna, we've got the Pirelli. If I just don't have Ash, don't have Callbite, we good? They end their turn instantly. I was like, right. Now this is a very hit and miss situation here. I was like, right, Sangan summoning. Activate, trigger the effect, gone. If they had an out to it, I got very lucky because if the out was there for the Sangan summoning, we would have been fucked. You know, and then you got this guy, obviously. It's all sweaty with Raziel. Could have easily let me have the win, but nope, he wanted to get his little rank up. You know, I don't know, mate. I get it that they want the gems, but come on, man. Like, if it was me, yeah, this is what I was using, Cosmic Cyclone. And they happen to have the Lancia, but all it is a standard Raziel build, full combo, got Detonator on the field. Couldn't really do much personally. But the thing is, Raziel's powerful in terms of the XEs it can bring out, including Baguska, including Zeus. You know, the plays that they can pull off from Plasma and things like that is absolutely incredible. But it's easier to break than what Malice is, in my opinion. But yeah. But I was very fortunate to have the Ultimate Slayer. I don't think it performed much, if I'm being completely honest. Right, so then you got 3 face down, you're thinking, shit, right, so that's probably Imperm, that's probably plug-in, that's probably Plasma. So they triggered off the Lancia, preventing the Cosmic Cyclone from being able to get rid of the field spell. Solemn Judgment, I was like, fucking hell, this guy runs Solemn Judgment as well. Leading into negate, but the cross was in the way, tribute off, go Pydra, Detonator triggers, pop the Pydra, we add. Really, what I should have done here is not... played this, went Sangan Kaiman instead, and then that way we could have special summoned, but yeah. Activate, Detonator triggers, pops, Sangan summoning. Regardless of how we did it, Detonator was going to be able to blow up whatever the fuck it wanted anyway. But, in theory, what I should have done is gone Sangan Kaiman, brought out a monster, played into Typhon, and then punched this, and then flick that back. But then I think this reduces your attack. So what would I be on? Yeah, I should still have enough. 2-7, innit? So we might have been profitable on that front, but other than that, and I was like, dude, just attack me, please. And then leading in, but it is what it is. GG. Okay. Then we have, that's the one we lost to, and then I don't even know how we managed to sustain this. This, like, I ain't going to load it up because it's pretty much simple. Basically, they took their turn, I activated Full, I activated Pirelli, and then they just kind of rage quit. This one, same principle. Oh no, this was a good one. This was a good duel. This was a banger. I actually like this one. This one is actually worth watching because there was something satisfying about watching it. But what scared me is what happened. Ready? I had a banger hand. Like, there's no denying it. Absolute cracker hand. Maxi activate. I was like, alright. Are they going to play? I was like, shit, Horus. Horus is heavily underestimated, man. There goes my phone. But, yeah, so they got rid of their cards. Got the, obviously, King Sarcophagus. Dropped down the God Slicer. That's something I do want to craft, potentially, for our TENPAI build. Gordian Slicer. And then... literally special summon again, I drew. And then at the end of their turn, I was like, alright, okay, how do we play this? I was like, shit, Lightning Storm. Okay, we're going to have to destroy the spell and trap cards, allow them to pick up and everything under the sun. The good thing is, It's weird because basically these are in reverse. Like King Sack prevents some that do not target them. So Horus monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effects that do not target them. So that means Regeki is useless. But this card is the opposite of it. So this turn your opponent's monsters cannot target Horus monsters for attacks. Also your opponent cannot target Horus monsters on the field with card effects. So yeah. They can't be destroyed if they don't target, but this is where I get really lucky with this, is the Regeki can now destroy them all. But yeah. Regeki clears the board, Sangan summoning, they go Fua. I go Hydra, I go Sangan Kaiman, and then they go bye-bye. Special summon. I'm surprised they didn't have another card though. Punch, punch, trigger the effect, go into Bident. Bring out the Chandra, punch for 26, punch again for 15. I'm curious though. Let's check out their deck again. Because well, I don't know what the fuck they pulled into. They must have had something that could have outed. Although, probably not. 2 Imperm. No, they probably just pulled into Kaijus. Maybe. And then we've got a Ryziel player. Which is weird because in the higher ranks, Ryziel comes up quite a bit more often than what Malice. Well, I say in the higher ranks. Like Malice is literally from Diamond 5 up to Diamond 3 and 2. Like hit and miss. I was like, right, Perelia, let it play. I was like, banging, yes, perfect. Alright, they summoned. We go Fua. This is perfect. We get extra draws. This is golden. Into a Dominus Impulse. I was like, into a Baguska, into a Lightning Storm. The great thing is, if I hadn't pulled into this Imperm, things would have played out massively different. Imperm, target the Baguska, into the Hydra, and then they go bye-bye. And there was something satisfying about this experience, and obviously being able to achieve Master Rank with this deck build, you know. But yeah, this is the deck build we're working with. So we have 1 Droll and Lockbird, 2 Maxi, 2 Ash. The reason I chose to run 2 Ash is because I've got a third and it's the old art, and it's starting to piss me off seeing the old art, not the normal. But yeah, we've got triple Hydra, 1 Fadra. Fadra at 1 is so infuriating because sometimes it just sticks to your hand. We have Genroku at 2. We have Dora Dora. We have Chandra at 1. We have 2 Perelia. 3 Fualos. I did run Meows, and then I cashed out Meows for Lancia because Lancia can benefit against other decks if they go to banish certain cards, or if they activate Call by the Grave. Meows is only really good if the Malice gets activated. But yeah, we've got triple Lancia. Returned back to the Lancia route. I did remove them, but I've reapplied them. Eventually, we'll have a triple Ultimate Slayer when I have the materials. Probably a second Regeki, not massively needed, but yeah. So we've got Regeki, Happy Feather Dust, a Heavy Storm, 2 Lightning Storm, 2 Ultimate Slayer will be free. Sangan Summoning, Cosmic Cyclone. The only reason why I choose to run this yet is I know we have like a decent amount of them, but the reason I stick with this is just in case my opponent has a... There can only be 1, or it could be some sort of stun trap card or whatever. You know, I know the Hard Feather Dust, the Heavy Storm, Lightning Storm will play a factor in that, but then again, this at least banishes it. Forbidden Droplet, which is great, because if you pull into the Lancia, you can drop the Lancia to still be able to negate a card. Sangan Kaiman. Metal Tronus. I'm going to be honest, I didn't really use this much, if I'm being completely honest with you, but it does help being able to drop a aggregator to the graveyard to be able to target to negate. Or if you need to, you can obviously send other cards. Ultimate Slayer is probably worth crafting 3 though over this. We've got triple Imperm, and then we have ourselves Dominus Impulse at 2. The thing again with Ultimate Slayer is the fact your opponent's monsters can activate in response to it. So if they had a fusion monster on the field, you can send Garura. If they have a synchro monster, you can send obviously your synchro monster. And the great thing about Ultimate Slayer is if you send Bident, or you send obviously Transcendent, and you then conduct the 3 battle like attack, let's say you've got Hydra, Genroku special summon goes into obviously Fadra, and then you attack, you can then just special summon them back from the graveyard. Sorry, my mouth's really dry. But yeah. My mouth's really dry. Okay. I'm hydrated. Stay hydrated, ladies and gentlemen. It's 1 o'clock in the morning for me. Garura, Black Rose Dragon. You got Q-Belt. Bident Dragon at 2. Trident Dragon. Got obviously Transcendent at 1. Detonator at 1. Aggregator at 1. Typhon at 1. Striker Dragon. Striker Dragon's just kind of lead into a play for the SP if you need to. I'm going to be honest, I barely ever use Striker Dragon. Very rarely. Like, I don't even think I even used it that much, thinking about it. I think if you ran the Kashtira cards and you went Kashtira, then brought out a Dragon, and then you got Imperms, then it might be somewhat more profitable. But I did consider running the Fiendsmith engine in this deck, which is probably something I'm going to try out and see how well that works, just so that way we will always have a play after we go Fiendsmith, because we can go with, obviously, bait out the Ash with the Tract. And also, if we run the Trap card and we send the Trap card off the Lacrima, we at least have some sort of out off the Desiree. But yeah. Then we got Typhon, Striker Dragon, Heater. Heater's great. You could run Marsh Dragon. I've seen some people run Marsh Dragon just to be able to get access to the dragons as well. SP Little Knight, Promethean Princess, and then Boost Phallus, which I think is actually pretty fucking decent, to be honest, through and through. But yeah. Oh my. Hold up. Are they the same? I never noticed. It's just been upgraded. Oh, it goes from a 4 link to a 5 link. Never even noticed they were the same card. But yeah. So ideally, in a dream, I'll have 3 of those. You could probably drop the Cosmic Cyclone and then probably run it like that. Probably would be a lot more beneficial for you. You could implement Fiendsmith Engine, but just don't overclutter it. The only reason why I've added Droll in the end is solely for the fact that just in case I'm about to be decked out. But yeah. You could drop some of the links and add more Synchro monsters. You could run the Samurai Destroyer as well. You could run I can't remember its name. There we go, Samurai Destroyer. Sometimes I wish I ran this just in case they were trying to activate monster effects during the battle phase, and then that way they can't. You've then also got Moonlight Dragon. I think these are some of the old cards we used to run back in the day. If this card is special summoned or a level 5 or higher, special summoned to your opponent's field, tag or special summon monster, your opponent should return a tag at the hand. So it's somewhat profitable, but yeah. On the upside, we are good. It's weird though, because TENPAI got me to master rank last season. It got me to master 3. And then Blue Eyes got me to dual ratings, which I find bizarre considering how much I'm getting absolutely slaughtered this season. Don't know how I ever hit dual ratings, but yeah. I don't know. If you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Take care of yourself. Have a pleasurable afternoon. Peace.